that next 10 years, the maritime hub would become the heart of our whole economy. And this is where we have not an option when it comes to Africa. Africa is not an option. Ghana is not an option. Ghana is a necessity for our survival. Africa is a necessity for our survival in the long term. And we are one. So at the same time as we are developing this maritime hub that will service the whole region, we are also having 3 fishing ports where within the next 5 years there will be at least 100 fishing vessels from France, China, and India in this part, in those waters. And then we have Africa, and this is where it is my privilege and my pleasure today to receive in Mauritius this beautiful delegation from Ghana. And then for probably those of you who don't know very well President Mahama, I would like to read here one short paragraph. President Mahama has earned great international acclaim for the advocacy in the fight against Ebola. He was also lauded for his role in the installation of a transition government in Burkina Faso and peaceful elections in Nigeria and Togo. His tenure was characterized by many challenges which drew international attention to his statesmanship, his problem-solving abilities, his dynamism and commitment to regional integration. We've met hardly a few hours, Mr. President. I trust you. We trust you, and we know that this beautiful partnership, which is here to stay well after we are departed, would set the basis for long-term development both for Ghana and Mauritius, on the basis of South-South cooperation, in the respect of each other, and on the basis of learning and sharing. That's the basis of the cooperation on which we're working now, which will be the soubassement, the basement for future growth.
I want to warmly welcome all of you to this business networking forum on the occasion of my state visit to Mauritius. We have gotten to this point following a few years of interaction that have fostered great understanding between our two investment institutions, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center and the Mauritius Board of Investments. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center and the Board of Investments are well networked and understand the investment laws and regulations required to explore the exciting business environment in Ghana. I want to express appreciation to the board for the proactive exploratory visit they made to Ghana and the various areas that we have identified as opportunities for investment. In addition to the possibilities for sugar processing, which we are in discussion with Omnicane about, there's also the focus on the possibility of expanding textiles production, manufacturing in Ghana, financial services, and a tech park, which I will expound on much later in my speech. Aside from this, Ghana is also a ripe investment destination for health services, tourism, conferencing, water sports, amusement, and entertainment. In our meeting yesterday, we have concluded, that is G to G, as the minister would say, we have concluded to use Ghana as the bridgehead for Mauritius investments into West Africa. Access to electricity in Ghana currently stands at 76% of our population in 2014. Various power purchase agreements have been signed and are being worked on to improve electricity generation by an additional 3,665 megawatts in the medium term. And as I told you, many of these PPAs have been signed with independent power producers. Government also has several short and medium-term plans for addressing shortage in power supply. under the Millennium Challenge Compact, which we signed with the United States of America and Power Africa, we are focused on improving the transmission and distribution end of our energy supply chain. What this means and what our intention is that in the next 5 years, when we complete the Millennium Challenge Compact, Ghana will be the most efficient power producer in the West African sub-region. We're also making huge investments in renewable energy, especially with solar. We have a strong commitment, and I have a personal resolve as president to achieve fiscal consolidation over the next 3 years in which we are in an IMF program. We already are seeing much success in the first 4 months of 2015, and we will sustain this success. Our first quarter fiscal performance reviewed by ourselves and the IMF has been described as satisfactory and on the back of strong revenue performance. While at this, we are also working to rein in expenditure in order to achieve the deficit target we have set ourselves this year of 7.5%. In the medium term, we're working to diversify our economy, to add value and transform our economy. Despite current challenges, Ghana's fundamentals remain very robust. Average GDP growth rates of between 5 and 6%. As I said, Ghana is a beacon of democracy, strong political stability, and effective government. Since the 1992 Constitution, we've held 6 successful elections with 2 peaceful transfers of power between different political parties. We're improving the regulatory environment, and strong anti-corruption measures are being put in place. Commitment to fiscal discipline is there, and we have a fast-rising middle class, estimated at above 40% of the total population. Evidence of successful poverty reduction are clear to see, and income levels of Ghanaians are rising. Ghana has scored well on all measures of human development and is one of the countries in Africa that have attained the most in the Millennium Development Goals. Our efforts continue to diversify the Ghanaian economy, and this provides a lot of opportunities for investment, especially under the Agenda for Transformation, which is the medium framework vision that was presented to Parliament recently. And the objective of this is to move Ghana into a more value-added economy and more diversified economy. Ghana is leading the integration efforts in West Africa, and currently in West Africa we have a visa-free movement to each other's countries. We also are harmonizing our customs tariffs in order that goods and services can move freely across our borders. We believe that this partnership with Mauritius is going to be an advantageous one, and it fits directly into the vision the finance minister was talking about. I think that Africa is central to the progress of Mauritius, and there are many mutually beneficial objectives that we can achieve working together in partnership. And so this delegation has come to consolidate that partnership with Mauritius, and I believe that it's our private sector, 2 private sectors working together that will achieve the objectives that we set ourselves. Of course, government to government will provide the umbrella and the investment framework on which the private sector can take the fullest advantage to come and see our beautiful country. Thank you very much. God bless.